Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's amazing. MNK. At one point it was up 200%, or okay, 195% from yesterday's lows. Oh my god, that's called volatility. And they also reported earnings. They had some settlement news. And now it's above the 200-day. It's above this 560 area, which is the flag breakout. I'm thinking I'm gonna buy some shares. I will buy some shares if it takes out the opening range highs. 1 minute and 5 minute and the first hour can. That's the opening range highs for me. So yeah, MNK is on watch. And the ENDP is also gapping up together with MNK, also about this flag, but they have earnings tomorrow. And I'm not gonna buy this thing into earnings. Who knows what they're gonna report. GH, great revenue growth numbers, but it's gapping down. NIO is up on financing. The gap is a little bit bigger than I would have liked. It's over 30%. Now, why couldn't they release this news when I was long? Always happens to me. It always happens to me. I don't think I'm gonna chase this gap. Maybe if it sets up later in the day. I don't know. Ever is a thinner name, gapping down. Tandem had some great number, but the entry was here on this day. Now it's just pulling back into the rising. And mRNA had an interesting article in the journal. Damn, the COCP yesterday from opening range highs would have been at 80-cent area. Jesus Christ. It's nearing a triple from that. Funny thing is, I was looking at it as it broke out. NVAX, I took a loss on it yesterday. It never shook me out and kind of weak. Tesla, I am looking for a break. Like, it's resting on this rising 65 period EMA. This is the first time. I mean, if it can break this 65 EMA on the 60-minute chart, it will be the first time since early December. You know, this thing has been going up 150% since the last time it was below this white line, and now it's resting just on it. And if it can break it and hold below it, I think we may have a potential pullback coming. I'm short a little bit, nothing crazy. Fuel cell is gapping higher, and BLDP we got stopped out of yesterday at 11 is gapping higher also. SC bounced right at the rising 20-day, some super strength. LAC also rising 20-day bounce, Plug rising 10-day bounce, AVLR rising 50-day bounce, Palladium didn't even touch the rising 10-day. Alibaba is gapping higher. Ethereum, I think it's been going sideways since DXCM rising 10-day bounce. Zoom didn't touch the rising 10-day. Ethereum, again, this VXRT, I am long 80,000 shares from yesterday. I had a nice, perfect looking breakout. But it looks like it's gapping down today, so I have stops set. I was really hoping for more follow through. APT, I'm long. I added yesterday, late day. And this Codex, I'm long 60,000 shares from 335. I was super lucky on it. I had 3 buy orders set. I had 20,000 share lots at like 28, like 331 and 338 or something. And then they released it. Corona or some kind of a PR, and this thing went straight up, and I got filled at 335 average for 60,000 shares. I'm really happy about it. And yeah, I was up a little bit more than 60k at one point. I missed the sells here in the mid fours. I got some sells off in the low fours. But yeah, I'm really happy. I've been talking about this thing a lot. Once it breaks this 350 area, it could double. And that's still my thesis. I think it could go to $6-7. I really, really hope this thing goes. Look at this triangle. It's been building over a month or so, 2 months. Higher lows all the way. A lot of charts look like it. Like NIO looks like this. MNK, okay, no, not MNK, but ENDP I think looks like this also. Yeah, a lot of these kinds of looking flags with higher lows over the past month. Very intriguing. Again, NIO probably not gonna trade out of the gate. I just don't like this big gap up. Just don't like it. Okay, markets are open. Let's see what we have here. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Both NIO and MNK are pulling in. So no opening range breakout for those yet. I did some small tweaks here, opening range highs. I use lows of the day in case the market starts selling off from this little bounce we had. And we are really due for some kind of a pullback. NIO volume is huge. This could be the biggest volume day for them ever. It's already 52 million shares. That's just an incredible number. Unbelievable. 4 minutes out of the gate. 50. It's just incredible. It really is. Wait, did I get stopped out of? Yeah, I got stopped out of half APT. Oh, just can't get any traction. No follow through at all. MNK almost triggered opening range highs. Zoom is almost at the all-time highs. What an incredible stock. Codex is showing some weak. NIO is having a nice fade off the open. That's what happens when the gap up is too big. But this MNK looks really good. Just look at this chart. It's just in the past year and a half, it's down 85%. Now it's just trying to reclaim its most moving averages have started to turn up, and now it's above the declining 200 day. And they had some really bad news yesterday. Talks about potential bankruptcy, but they had a settlement today and earnings, and they had some of the subsidiaries went into chapter 11. So yeah, the stock is acting well. I'm gonna buy 55,000 shares of this MNK if it breaks highs of the day, or maybe even more. Depends on how tight it can get. My Twix is acting decent so far. Oh wait, is this a solar stock? Oh, they're coming for the low float solars now. Interesting. I didn't even know about this thing. It is the hottest sector right now. Yeah, they're selling off all these gappers. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all for the markets. I did some Tesla tiny starter. I will add more. I added some. On the 60-minute chart, it has built a range here with higher lows, and it got rejected of this these declining moving averages so far. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So my watch list is, or my position is slowly turning red. Most things were green out of the gate, but now they are not. Yeah, it's just, yeah, they're just selling them. Yep, MNK is back below, or actually no, it's still above the 200 day, but yeah, it looks like it wants to pull back into the range. Yes, I've been short Tesla for like since I think this day here or this day here. At least for the past 3-4 sessions. I added some more today on the opening range lows. I may add some more. Goes red. When does it go red? I have an order set. I think 8:34. Yeah, I have an order set. You know what? I'm gonna 4. Yeah. Oh, Twix. Okay, I'm gonna sell some Twix. I've been swinging 5,000 shares for a few days. I added 3,500 more today. I'm gonna sell down a little bit here. It's going straight up. This is what I was afraid of. A gap up and crap. I think we have more to go. I would be surprised if we pull back to this 200-day moving average in the major indices. Let's look at Nasdaq. Yeah, the rising 200-day. I wouldn't be surprised. It has been the support for the past 2 dips, back in May last year and back in October last year. So we still have some room. I think that's really. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls back there, and that also happens to be the area where the market broke out. So there's like double support area right there. So yeah, I've moved up a lot of stops on my swings, on my longer term. So far, a lot of leading stocks are acting well, but you know, if we keep pulling back, like DXCM almost back at all-time highs today, and Zoom also. But you know, if the market keeps going down, it's gonna bring everything down. It's gonna bring everything down. But I'm happy that most of my stocks have been acting really well. They're holding up above the rising 10 averages, rising 10. So I'm really happy about that. Codex is holding up fairly well though. VXRT, COCP. Wow, it's gonna have an even bigger volume day than it had yesterday. The volume on this thing is just incredible. Wow, look at the 60-minute volume. It's already bigger than yesterday. This thing traded 78 million shares yesterday. I think it could trade easily over 100. Incredibly liquid stock. Yeah, we have entered into a choppy market. I think we are gonna see action like we saw from August to October, like really choppy. I don't think breakouts are gonna work over the next few. Even if we don't pull back more, I think we will shop around. But the ideal scenario is if we get a swift and violent pullback to this rising 200-day or even an undercut of it. That would be like the best kind of a scenario. Just get it over with quick. But we'll see. It's impossible to forecast what the market will do, but it's good to have some scenarios in mind. Some potential scenarios. This is a great time to find relative strength. Look at this T-Doc. Wow. I actually had it in my smallest account, but I sold it like a few weeks. I bought it on the earnings when it broke out on earnings. Went up about 40% and I sold it, and now it's just keeps going higher. Incredible. Also a few China stocks are like IQ, streaming names. I think they're gonna do very well with this coronavirus stuff because people sitting at home watching, streams, watch movies, and IQ is like Netflix of China or something. Then we have Beely, which is like, I think it's like the Twitch of China. So this thing is also obviously, you can see it in the charts. They're strong. They're very strong. Oh, I'm gonna get stopped out of VXRT, or half of my VXRT. I have 80,000 shares. I'm gonna get stopped out. Looks like. Damn, it looked breakout really looked perfect. We can't get any follow through. APT meanwhile is back near the highs of the day after stopping me out of 230. Awesome. What's Codex doing? Man, if this Codex can go to 6-7, everything will be. I'm gonna forget about all of these annoying stocks, like APT, especially the most annoying stock in a long time. All right, Tesla is back near. I don't know. It looks very vulnerable here. I wouldn't be surprised if the next leg down it's gonna go to this rising 50-day, which is right now in the high 500. And Twix, I may add more if it starts breaking later in the day. mRNA, yeah, it's kind of funny that they called it a small biotech firm. It's not a small firm. They're 6 billion in market cap. It's a mid-cap. It's not a small firm. Especially considering they barely have any sales. It's 7 billion in market cap according to MarketSmith, and they have what, 60-70 million. They're pretty much trading at 100 times sales. That's wow. Okay, Tesla, I added short 2,600 shares now on Tesla. Let's see if and I'm willing to add more. If we can go sideways here for a few hours, build a tighter range on the 60-minute chart, and then break below that, I'm willing to add more. Right now, I don't want to go crazy yet. Since Tesla has been showing some decent relative strength. I mean, I'm nowhere near the 4,000 or 5,000 shares I had short a few weeks ago. What are the other coronavirus names? Let's sort by dollar volume. Wow, the COCP is building higher lows intraday. Building a tight, I may go long it. I may go long this thing. If I can find and it's above VWAP also. I may go long this thing. Yeah, exactly. Look for other symbols ending in RNA. Yeah, I remember a few years back they pumped all of these RNA symbols like mRNA. I think there was a symbol called just RNA. There were several of those. Was it during Ebola maybe? I don't remember. That was kind of funny. Okay, COCP had a stuff candle here. If it starts breaking about this 239 later in the day, could be interesting. As long as the higher lows are in. Yeah, VRNA. Yeah, VRNA, mRNA. Wasn't there like an iRNA? Maybe it's gone bankrupt, some of these. Man, VXRT, I was so happy with my position. I had such a good average. I had like 119 average or something. Or 120 average. I still have half of my shares, or actually less. So far, Tesla held this rising trend line. But yeah, if it breaks below this later in the day, I'm gonna add. Many more shares. This APT is intriguing. Should I buy back if it takes out highs of the day? I think I got stopped out of like 20,000 shares or something. 28,500 shares. Oh, that's such a good. Just couldn't have any follow. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. COCP is starting to look a little bit vulnerable here. It's below VWAP. If it loses this 218 area, maybe it could flush back to mid ones today. It's too low priced. I don't like trading low price stocks. I would prefer if this thing went to like $4 or $5, but probably not going to. PBPR is starting to take out highs. Zoom is at all-time highs. My Ethereum related things are starting to pull back a little bit. Well, because it's pulling back. Ethereum is resting right at the rising 20-day moving. If it starts breaking below, that wouldn't be a good sign, obviously. I will size down. If Ethereum starts breaking below that 20-day moving average, I'm gonna size down. ETCG, I'm gonna sell completely. Or actually, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna move. Okay, COCP is starting to break down. Let's see if we can. Wow, nice candle. Nice candle. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to mid ones. I'll keep stalking this MNK. If it reclaims VWAP and starts to take out some intraday highs later in the day, it could be an interesting stock. The volume is probably gonna be the highest ever. Maybe even higher than it had on this day here. Million shares. Because it's already traded 19 million shares. And the market hasn't been open 45 minutes yet. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. The first candle is much higher volume. So that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Tesla near lows of the day again. Any more strategy videos? I don't think I've had any strategy videos. Have I? Have I had them? I don't know. I think I had I did a strategy or like you know, the methods I use. I think I did a video on it like a. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're referring to. But yeah, you know, I'm lazy. But yeah, I should, you know, video about my main methods. I should. Yeah. Yeah, I had some, you know, yeah. I think this format is much better because I save a lot of time. I don't really have to put in an extra. I'm gonna clean some back watch list. Well, yeah, this Doko, I remember. Too bad I didn't buy this thing. Had a perfect little breakout. Higher lows for several months and then a range break, and you can clearly see it on the weekly chart, the 77 area. Really nice breakout. And it's holding up below or above the rising. Kinda like this D-gas. This is a volatility related, triple volatility ETF for natural gas. But if nat gas starts breaking down and gets, you know, some downside acceleration, this D-gas could have a big move. I'm gonna put it on my watch. It's holding up. Bitcoin is breaking lower. It does have a trend line here with higher lows. As long as it holds this high 10s area or mid 10s, it should be fine. GMPX, I don't know, break. No, wait, GMP is 29th of January. Okay, never mind. It's to the 30th. GSX is still going higher. What an incredible stock. Alright. No, I'm not using RSI or MACD. I don't think there is any value in those. I think that's too indicated. I just don't. I mean, they're just like MACD is based on moving averages and the RSI is based on price. And I already have moving averages and price on my chart, so I don't see, you know, I don't need an indicator to tell me something. I've used RSI and MACD, and I don't use Bollinger Bands either. I just don't think. The less you use, the better. Price is really, and I use moving averages because they work really well on trending stocks, and everything else is just I think noise. Tesla, now it's breaking below this trend line. I hope it doesn't go straight down. Yeah, exactly, everything. Yeah, moving averages are also derivatives of price, but I think they give some nice visual information because it's hard for my mind to like calculate these averages in my head. And the RSI, I'm not a fan of it, especially on the downside can be useful, but on the upside, like the best stocks are overbought most of the time. Like RSI is an indicator, doesn't give any value when things go up. Because just study any big move in the stock market and it's gonna be like above RSI 80, RSI 90 for a big part of its move. It's just totally worthless as an overbought indicator. Oh, Twix is starting to hit. You know what? I may add a few if it stakes out. We still haven't seen any panic in the markets. We may. Where should I add? Maybe I'll anticipate it. I'm not gonna do any. I'll just add a few thousand. I'm not gonna crazy. I'm already long like 7,000 or so. Gonna have to use like a $2 stop on it. GSX, what's going on here? Did they have a hit? Like this Twix, this thing could go up. This thing could go to 100. Another 50%. If you just study every correction we've had like the past 5 years, like 30 to 100% are very common in this. Right now we are up almost 60% from the lows a few days back. But like back in September, October last year, in 2018, was up almost 130%, and then another like 100% in December. Back in early 2018, this thing was up 180% in a few days. When was the last? And then in 2015 there was a correction also. Yeah, August 2015. This thing was up over 200%. So yeah, I added a few. Not going crazy. I added 1,700. I don't want to go crazy on it. I'm long little 8,300. Yeah, Tesla straight down. Yep. Fuck. I should have added more. And when Twix goes to 80, I'm gonna say fuck. I should have added more. Oh my god. You know what? Twix. I added a few more. Now I have 9,000 now. Looks like I added a few more APT also. I'm gonna move it of everything to the lows of today. What's this Codex doing? It's so far been building higher lows, but it got rejected off the VWAP, so that's not... Okay, AVLR takes out this yesterday's lows. I'm gonna sell half. I think I've already sold about the third. I don't remember how many shares I had initially, but I've sold at least a third, and I'm gonna sell a third of what I have left. Nope, almost half of what I have left. I'm gonna size down pretty big on a bunch of things. SC, let's see. I'm gonna size down on this one also heavily. I'm gonna sell almost half of what I have left. I have about 2/3 left. I'm gonna sell half of that, because this is not a time to be aggressive or complacent on the long side. These things can pull back a lot. Fuel cell stocks are holding up well. Fuel cell and plug, at least for now. DXM is holding up well. Zoom obviously is holding up well. Yeah, this is not the time to play around. Oh, APT, good thing I added back. It looks like it wants to go higher, but I'm still pissed I got stopped out of. It just had to print these 620s. SC, I only have a third left from this 19th of December. I think I bought 10,000. Where did I buy? Like $39 or something like that. So it was a nice trade, or it is still a nice trade. See, yeah, it went up 35%. But yeah, so this 50-day moving average, my stop for the rest. ETCG, looks like I'm gonna get stopped out of this thing. Just tiny. Wait, what's my average? 6? Okay, no, I'm gonna just break even as my stop, but if it closes below the 20-day, I will get rid of it. 140, not as good of an average. Yeah, we are due for a decent correction. We've seen some historical overbought readings in the major index. Historical. So I wouldn't be surprised one bit if it pulled back to this rising 200-day in the major indices and even undercut. That would just be normal price action. Nothing out of the ordinary. Coronavirus or not, just normal price action. Do you hold positions overnight? Yes, that's pretty much all I do. I don't day trade. If anyone is here to see some day trading, please leave, because I don't day trade. Yeah, I'm just trying to follow price action. When the market is going higher, I try to buy strong stocks, and when the market goes lower, I keep the strongest ones and I sell the weakest ones. I keep the flowers and I pull out the weed. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna do. What's Space doing? It's still holding up. Wow. The Space has earnings after the close, So it's gonna be interesting what it does. I really want this thing to go higher, $60. That would be so epic if it does that. But we'll see. I don't think the earnings are gonna be anything spectacular since they pretty much have no revenue anyways. Okay, I'm gonna do a last scan and we'll see. Everything has turned red. So, but again, this is a golden opportunity to see what's holding up, because the ones that hold up the best are the ones that are gonna go the most when we get, you know, when the market having all this volatility derivatives are. And the reason why I'm trading TWIX is it's the most volatile of them all. The ADR, average daily range, is 9.3%. Like UVXY, which is another one of these volatility instruments, has an ADR of 7.2%, and VXX, which is another one, has an ADR of 4.9%. So I'm I'm trading TWIX because I don't have to use as much buying power to get the same bang for the buck. What the hell is the specs doing? Well, yeah, again, I think it's gonna be a challenging environment going forward when it comes to buying breakouts, at least for the next few weeks, probably for the next few months. But there will be these strategic sector trades like this APT, which is, they make masks, coronavirus stocks, and maybe some other stuff. I don't know if I talked about it yesterday, but making a comparison to Ebola craze back in 2014, the market pulled back. This is the NASDAQ. So September and August, the market pulled back because of the Ebola fears. Like NASDAQ pulled back 10% in a month or so. And APT and Lake, and then the NASDAQ bottomed 15th of October and bounced and went up. Now let's look at APT and Lake. APT, the same time as the markets went lower, APT had a over 300% run, and it peaked literally a day before the market bottomed. And same thing with Lake. So even if the market goes down, Ebola stocks like Corona stocks like Codex and APT, these things can make big moves despite the markets going down. So that's pretty much what I'm betting on, that we get a market pullback and these Corona things go. Tesla, shit, oh yeah, nice. I'm gonna cover some Tesla right here. Damn, I don't have enough. I'll cover some tiny. Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. I'm gonna sell some more TWIX. I'm literally selling TWIX like 100 share lots in case it goes to 100. Yeah, that's it for today. To stream now, I'm just gonna manage my positions. Probably not gonna trade much. Maybe buy this NVAX. This thing has built some nice higher lows, and you know my stance on these Corona stocks. That's a very nice little. All right. Oh, I probably need to set a stop for plug. I'm gonna sell all of my plug if it takes yesterday's lows. And same thing with sell. Takes out yesterday's lows, I'm gonna sell all of it. Okay, thanks for joining. I will see you tomorrow, and good luck trading this volatile environment. This is day traders. I know a lot of you do day trades. Okay.